There exists a world just beyond our reach, a world where the past lingers, where objects are more than mere remnants of history. They are vessels, haunted by anguish, the despair, and the malevolence of those who dare to possess them. Each cursed item carries a story, a dark chapter etched in time. These relics, tainted by tragedy and loss, are not just things of folklore. They're reminders of the fragile barrier between our world and the unknown. Some say these objects hold the spirits of the damned, trapped in an endless cycle of torment. Others believe they are gateways, beckoning by the curious, the desperate, or the foolish. What are you doing?
Thought there was wine in here.
Give me my box, right? Tonight we uncover these sinister relics, the cursed Dybbuk Box, a prison for restless, vengeful spirit. One of the most notorious cursed objects in the 21st century is the Dybbuk Box, a small, unassuming wine cabinet. But this isn't just any wine box. It's supposedly haunted by a vengeful spirit called a Dybbuk. A vengeful spirit. The legend began back in 2003 by a man named Kevin Mannis. He was a writer and an antique enthusiast. Mannis claimed to have found the box at a garage sale in Portland, Oregon. But according to him, this wasn't just some antique. This was an object cursed by a vengeful spirit. Mannis wrote that this box was originally owned by a Holocaust victim from Poland, and inside of it were a few strange objects: a lock of hair, a goblet, a dried flower, and a stone with weird inscriptions written on it. But it wasn't just the contents that were disturbing. Mannis alleged that the box brought a wave of misfortune into his life. He had horrifying nightmares. He'd see shadows creeping in the corners of his home, and a pervasive sense of dread after sundown that would not leave him alone. Intrigued and frightened, Mannis listed this item on eBay to just see if he could get rid of it. In the details, he listed all of the curses that have happened to him since he got the box, just to warn any potential buyers. But instead of scaring people away, the listing exploded in intrigue and interest. The tale of the Dybbuk Box spread like wildfire across the internet, fueling and growing the legend. Each new owner added something eerie to the story, and the lore just continued to grow. Flickering light, strange smells, and just an unending sense of unease. The object quickly gained the reputation of being one of the most cursed objects in existence. The legend grew so large that there was actually a movie made in 2012 called The Possession that was loosely based on this box, which then brought this story to a global audience. And in 2018, the box made headlines once again when it seemingly brought misfortune upon Post Malone. Zak Bagans, the guy from Ghost Adventures, has a museum full of haunted objects in Las Vegas. Post Malone visited this museum with Zak Bagans, and he then touched the box. And shortly after, he experienced a string of bad luck. His private jet was forced to make an emergency landing. His car was involved in a serious accident, and his home was broken into. Post Malone himself believed that this encounter brought some curse upon him. He even mentioned it on the Joe Rogan episode.
In his museum, so apparently there's a thing called the Dybbuk Box, which is one of the most haunted items in the world. We took the glass case off of the Dybbuk Box, which is in his museum in Vegas. My plane almost crashed. I was in a car accident. My house got robbed, and I had bite marks on my arm. I don't know if it's someone who's dead or if it's a demon or...
But here's the twist no one saw coming. Kevin Mannis, the original owner, has since admitted the entire story was fabricated. He made it up. He created it as a piece of horror fiction just for his creativity and imagination to see how far the story could spread. He created the entire backstory and placed those strange objects inside the Dybbuk Box, even carving those strange markings on stone himself. His goal was to see how far he could get this story to go, and it went way further than his imagination could ever imagine. So, If the original owner is saying he made it up, that it's not really cursed, yet people say they have had bad experiences with it. Random owners, Post Malone. Is it just in their head, or is there something more to this box?